Hi everybody, it's Alexa here from Pages of Forbidden Love. Today I am actually going to do a kind of a different post for me, I guess, an October to be read pile. I noticed lately that some people have been kind of doing videos on their to be read piles or taking pictures of them. So even though I'm kind of a sporadic reader and I kind of just pick things off my shelf or pick things out of my review pile at will, hopefully I'll actually stick to some of the things that I need to read. So sorry that Johnny's not here with me today. You kind of just get me, so no fun Johnny for all of you to watch. But you can always see him in the IMM, so I think that's enough of him, don't you think? Anyway, so absolutely to start off, I am reading like 3 or 4 different books right now. So the ones that I'm kind of currently reading are the ones that I would hope to get done in October. Due to many people saying that this one is absolutely fabulous, and the fact that I felt like I really needed a fabulous book. I'm in the, not the middle, I'm like a third of the way through The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer. So far it's pretty good. I'm not really sure how it's gonna shape up to be in the end. I'm not sure how far into this people really started to fall in love with it. I do really like the 2 male characters. I'm just struggling a little bit right now with actually liking Mara herself because, I mean, obviously she's going a bit crazy, so we'll have to see how I like this one in the end. For about like a month now, I've been 60 or 70 pages, I think it's 60, into Linger. Yeah, I'm on page 60 actually. I read Shiver a long time ago when it first came out, and then I wasn't really impressed with it, but a lot of people told me that Linger made the story so much better. Well, I'm 60 pages in, and I've been 60 pages in for a whole month now on it, so that can kind of tell you how much I'm liking this one right now. It's obviously not something that I'm dying to continue. Another one that I'm currently reading, I'm about 60 pages into this one as well, is Changing the Game. The first one was The Perfect Play, and I thought it was good, but I thought there was some elements that were in there that were lacking. So far this one's actually really good, and I just kind of haven't had the time to kind of get past page 80, or I'm on page 60 in this one, so really want to kind of continue to read this one. And a book that I've actually had from the publisher for about 2 months or so is Spellbound. Still just haven't gotten around to reading this one yet. This one is by Harlequin Teen, so I really just need to read this one. And actually the majority of my reading is going to be done on my Nook coming up, because I don't know why and I don't know how, not that I'm complaining, but I've seriously have gotten probably 6 review requests from authors within the past like week and a half. 3 of those so far I've actually gotten the books from, so I'm going to be doing a lot of reading on my Nook for the author requests that I got, and also I have a whole bunch of books that have been sitting on NetGalley for me for quite some time, so I need to get around to some of those as well. So I'm going to be doing a lot of reading on my Nook. As you can see, I've got the pretty princess backgrounds on there. This one's Cinderella, and then there's 3 other ones I think. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing a lot of reading on the Nook, and just in case that's not crazy enough, I do have a pile of books that are kind of like my, well, if I get around to it, it would be great, but considering the amount of homework I have and the amount of amount of hours that I work in a week, probably won't even finish all of the things that I'm gonna try and read this month. But this is kind of just the dream pile of, if I have time, this is what I'd be reading. So I recently traded for a copy of Frost. I had a copy of Beautiful Days, which is the second book to Bright Young Things, but I haven't even read Bright Young Things yet, so I just traded it in and got Frost. This one actually sounds really cool. I liked the sound of the boy. Of course, I like the sound of the hot guy. I mean, who doesn't? Another one that I have been super excited for a very long time to read, don't know why I haven't read it yet, is Fateful. I got this one from the Story Siren. I won one of her contests for it. So yeah, had this one for a long time. Want to get around to reading it because I do like Claudia Gray, just haven't had the time. So this is kind of one of the ones where it's like a fantasy read. It's like, if I have the time, this is the book I'd fantasize about reading. Not that it is a fantasy story, but what do you call that? Daughter in Smoke and Bone. I've actually read several good reviews on this one. Liz over at Planet Print has been raving about it to me and basically saying that I should get around to reading it really soon. So, this one I think is like 450 pages though. I don't know, it's a pretty thick book, so we'll see if I get around to that one. And then a book that's actually coming out in November, so I would like to read it in October to get the review ready for November, is Legend. This one is supposed to be kind of a dystopian, more like a government kind of dystopian with a little bit of romance in there. So I have been excited to read this one too for a very long time, just haven't gotten around to it yet. So hopefully it's good. So yeah, that's my huge pile. Like I said, I'm not going to get through all of that just because of my commitments between working 30 hours a week and taking 4 upper division health classes. So the dream pile probably won't happen, and some of the books that I have to read from authors might not even happen this month, so we'll just have to see how much time I have for reading and how much I can get done. There are a lot of readathons going on in October though. There's a readathon currently going on. There's another readathon coming up in a few short days on the 3rd through the 9th, I think, but that one you have to read like a spooky story for Halloween. There's also another readathon that I'm part of and doing a little mini challenge for. There's the Dewey 24-hour readathon. So yeah, there's about 4 readathons coming up or already starting, so should be plenty of time to try and fit in some books during those readathons. So I hope all of you enjoyed watching the video, and if you happen to have a post that is similar to this that shows off all your to-be-read books, then just link it below. Bye guys!